Okay, I think we're good. Alright guys, how we doing? We have a fragrance review for you today, and this one is actually on the Bulgari house. Bulgari has a lot of great offerings. They have Bulgari's Black, they have Bulgari's Aqua, Bulgari's Pour Homme Extreme is one I enjoy a lot. The review I'm going to do for you on now, I've had this since last summer, so I've had a lot of experience with it, is Bulgari's Aqua Marine, right here, which, just like the original Aqua, this has a very neat bottle, particularly in the 100ml edition. The thing is huge. But, you know, definitely gets a good grade on the bottle. But now to what matters, the juice inside. Alright, this one doesn't really have a particular note lineup that I could find, but I'm just going to tell you the notes as I smell them on my skin. Really, the top of Bulgari's Aqua Marine is that it really opens up with like this just kind of a bright saltwater grapefruit, if you can kind of picture that. Now, like I said, with that opening, it is very fresh. It's a pretty inviting opening. It's something that definitely smells good on paper. But as you start to move into the heart of Bulgari's Aqua Marine, it's pretty much the exact same thing you get in the top notes. Not quite as fresh. It starts turning a little less fresh into a little more salty. But it's still fresh at this point. Then as it dries down, it starts to become, just like a little tiny bit fresh and just comes off a lot like salt water. So you pretty much have, as far as top, middle, and bottom notes go, you have strong grapefruit, salt water. Heart notes are pretty much balanced grapefruit, salt water. And base notes just pretty much all salt water. Like I said, it's a pretty inviting fragrance as far as that goes. And one that will definitely smell good on paper. So obviously this is one that's selling, it's selling pretty well for Bulgari right now. Actually, this one is beating Bulgari's original Aqua in sales right now. But here, let's go to the ciliage or the projection and the longevity of Bulgari's Aqua Marine. Really, in both categories, both longevity and projection, this is awful, guys. I mean, longevity of this fragrance is about 4 hours. After the first 20 minutes, this thing will barely project. I mean, it's about as close to the skin as you can. Like, I honestly think if somebody was standing right next to me, I don't think they'd be able to detect this at all. That's how weak the projection is on this fragrance. Now, weak projection fragrances do have, they do have a place in the fragrance world. A lot of times, weaker projection fragrances work well for work. But for a fragrance to only have 4 hours longevity, there is absolutely no excuse from that. Particularly from a quality house like Bulgari. But now, since we're past that part a little bit, like I said, this is surprisingly beating the original Bulgari Aquas in sales. And because this is starting to go to where it's more geared for. It's geared to kind of be, it's aquatic, but it doesn't just smell like straight fresh water, like say an Acqua di Gio or one of the 100 Acqua di Gio knockoffs. There is that salty note in there. So with that salty grapefruit note, it does give you something a little bit different. Not enough to really call it unique. Not enough to warrant a bottle, in my opinion. I am very glad I just got this little sample as opposed to a full bottle, because if I would have bought this blind, I would have been very, very, very PO'd. Very, very much so. But as far as my rating for Bulgari's Aqua Marine, I'm going to have to give this a 7 out of 10, and it barely gets a 7 out of 10. Like I said, the opening with that saltwater and strong grapefruit note is inviting, because I do like grapefruit. That's one of my favorite notes when it comes to a fragrance, is grapefruit. It comes off inviting, but really, like I said, there's no excuse for a fragrance to have 4 hours longevity. And some days it's even less than that. The only time I can picture you really wanting to wear this fragrance, for one, it'd be only a casual fragrance, and two, it might have to be 98 degrees outside for you to get anything out of this fragrance. Now, with this fragrance being limited that much, I would not recommend this. But you can try this pretty much anywhere, whether it be, a Macy's or a Sephora. I always recommend trying stuff on your skin. Do not buy blindly, guys. I bought blindly a bunch, and it's not a good thing. Waste lots of money that way. But like I said, this will get a 7 out of 10. really, it might have gotten a 7.5 because it doesn't smell that bad. Like I said, it's inviting, it's inoffensive, and it's nice to have a little bit of that saltiness in there, you know? You don't really smell saltiness too much when it comes to fragrances. But for 4 hours longevity, it better be 4 hours of heaven on my skin if that's going to be worth an actual bottle or worth an actual purchase. Alright? Now this is just a short review. Like I said, I have used this a lot. I've given this a lot of chances. Sometimes the salt note in it's even too much. It'll start to drive me crazy. So to apply this one, when you apply it, I'd apply one on each wrist when you have a spray, then one right in the pulse points underneath your neck. Because, like I said, longevity, projection are absolutely minimal when it comes to Bulgari's Aqua Marine. But for the question of the day I have today, and I apologize, this is a short review, but this is a short-lasting fragrance, so there's not too much to talk about. Like I said, it's a casual fragrance. But for the question of the day, Bulgari, at least to me, a lot of Bulgari offerings do very well on my skin. I love the way Bulgari's Black does on my skin. Bulgari's Port Homme Extreme does well on my skin. Bulgari's Aqua, the original Aqua, not this flanker. It still blows my mind that this is beating the original Aqua in sales. Does pretty well on my skin as well. But my question to you is, what's your favorite Bulgari offering? Which one does best on your skin? Be sure to post that in the comments below. You can also post a video response if you want to. I'm always cool with those. Those are always pretty unique. They're always fun to watch. And it lets everybody see them. But yeah, guys, rate, comment, subscribe. Always check out FragranceNet as well. I do have that coupon code over there, Tim9. It does give you an extra 10% off, and the more that gets used, FragranceNet will send me fragrances every now and then. So that actually helps me do a lot more reviews. But also, for my video I have my shout-out video for all the fragrance reviewers on YouTube. I'm actually have a list up there now. So if you were looking for a name on the list, I'm going to have a list in the more info box for the different fragrance reviewers you can check out, because there's a ton of fantastic reviewers on YouTube. But yeah, definitely guys, rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think of this video. Try this one on your skin, but in my opinion, this is not bottle worthy in the least. But, like I said, have a great one, and hopefully I'll come out with the video tomorrow too. See you later guys, bye.